Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will shake the very foundations of the NFL universe. Something so explosive, so unprecedented, that it could reshape not only the Atlanta Falcons, but the entire landscape of professional football. I've got verified intel, confidential sources, and insider whispers that reveal the biggest trade bombshell of 2026. An elite superstar, a game changer, someone who's been at the heart of every team's wish list. But here's the kicker. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Behind closed doors, in secret meetings and encrypted calls, a battle is raging. A battle for one of the league's most talented, most electrifying weapons. And trust me, what you're about to hear isn't just a rumor. It's a seismic shift in the NFL power balance, and I guarantee you've never seen anything like this before. Look, I know the NFL is a league of secrets, of whispers, of high-stakes negotiations that happen behind the curtain. But the moment the Falcons fired Raheem Morris and made sweeping changes in their front office structure, I knew something was coming. When owner Arthur Blank created this brand new role for Matt Ryan, the former Falcons legend turned president of football operations, I knew they weren't just resetting for a rebuild. No, they're mobilizing for something much bigger. I've spoken to sources close to the Falcons' inner circle, and they've confirmed that the plans are already in motion, that a deal of historic proportions is on the horizon, and that nothing is off the table. Phones are ringing around the clock, secret meetings are happening at undisclosed locations, and every play in the NFL playbook is being considered. But here's the truth. The piece they've been hunting for, the missing puzzle piece to turn this franchise into a championship contender, is someone nobody expected. And that's where the chaos begins. My sources just confirmed something huge, something that right now is still cloaked in secrecy, but which I can now reveal in all its magnitude. The Falcons, in an unprecedented move, are targeting a superstar, someone who's currently still with the Philadelphia Eagles. Someone who's been a key piece in their offense, a player who redefined what it means to be a modern wide receiver. The buzz? They've been assembling a clandestine team, flying in under the radar, conducting covert negotiations with a singular purpose, to bring him into Atlanta's fold. But who is it? Who's the piece that could turn the Falcons into instant NFC South favorites? Who's the player so coveted, so critical that they're risking everything to make it happen? Well, I can tell you this, buckle in, because the answer will blow your mind. Now let's set the stage. The Atlanta Falcons, after 2 disappointing seasons of back-to-back 8-win campaigns, are desperate for a spark. The recent change in coaching, Kevin Stefanski, a proven winner with a reputation for discipline and innovation, signals a new dawn. But talent? That's where the real magic begins or ends. The roster is still a work in progress, with key pieces like Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and a promising defense, but it's glaringly clear. They're missing that one game-breaking weapon, that piece that elevates an offense from good to legendary. They've been searching for months. Secret meetings in private jets over the Atlantic, encrypted phone calls across the country, strategic whispers in darkened conference rooms. The Falcons' front office has been combing through the league's elite, trying to find someone who can add that extra dimension. Someone with enough star power to command attention, yet still affordable enough to fit into their cap structure. But I'll tell you this, the player they want isn't just a nice addition. It's a game-changing superstar who can redefine their entire offense. And in the midst of all this chaos, one name keeps echoing through NFL circles, Devonta Smith. Yes, you heard me right, Devonta Smith. The Alabama product, the Heisman Trophy winner, the clutch postseason performer, is now the subject of a blockbuster trade that could send shockwaves across the NFL. And here's where it gets even crazier. I'm talking about Devonta Smith, not just a receiver but a true difference maker. Let's go deep into what makes this move so colossal. Since entering the NFL in 2021, Smith has been nothing short of spectacular. Drafted out of Alabama, the same school that produced Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, and Calvin Ridley, Smith was considered a slight physical project coming into the league, with his 6'1", 170-pound frame raising eyebrows. But what he lacked in size, he more than made up for in precision, agility, and clutch ability. His 2022 season, his second, was historic. 95 receptions, 1,196 yards, 7 touchdowns, averaging 12.6 yards per catch. The guy's a smooth route runner with hands like glue and the uncanny ability to find seams in any secondary. His 16.9 yards per catch career average tells you all you need to know. Big play ability with a knack for turning short catches into explosive gains. In 2024, Smith continued to elevate his game, posting 81 catches for 1,066 yards and 7 touchdowns, proving that his breakout wasn't a fluke. His postseason. Legendary, an electrifying 595 yards and 4 touchdowns in the playoffs, including a game-winning touchdown in Super Bowl LIX. A 46-yard strike that showcased his electrifying YAC ability and football IQ. That game-winning catch didn't just seal a victory, it etched his name into the NFL's Hall of Fame moments. The Eagles' all-time postseason receiving yards leader now stands at a staggering 595 yards, and his role in the offense is undeniable. And guess what? He's still just 27 years old in the prime of his career. His contract. A lucrative 3-year extension worth $75 million, with over $51 million guaranteed. That puts him firmly among the NFL's elite wide receivers, an absolute game-changer on the field and a financial juggernaut off it. The market for a receiver like Smith is soaring, his market value. Well over $25 million per year, and frankly, the Falcons are willing to pay for what he offers. Elite route running, reliable hands, big play ability, and postseason poise. But why him? Why now? Because the Falcons need that spark, the kind of player who can stretch the field, demand double teams, and change the entire dynamic of an offense that's been stuck in neutral. They want to build around a dynamic quarterback like Kyle Pitts or Michael Penix Jr., but they need a true WR1 who can command attention deep downfield. Smith is that player. His chemistry with Jalen Hurts at Alabama, still evident today. His ability to create separation, to be clutch in critical moments, unmatched. And the Falcons are salivating over the possibility of unleashing him in their high-octane system led by Stefanski, who is known for innovative schemes and maximizing offensive talent. Now, here's what's happening behind the scenes. NFL insiders confirm that the Falcons' front office has been working in complete secrecy. A mastermind, a GM with a genius-level football mind, has been orchestrating this entire operation from the shadows. The goal? To secure Devonta Smith at all costs. Rival teams. They're desperately trying to block this deal, throwing every obstacle imaginable, trade offers, counteroffers, silent threats from competing franchises. But in the NFL, timing is everything. And the Falcons, with their new leadership and the backing of owner Arthur Blank, are playing for keeps. Sources inside the league say that the Falcons' coaching staff is already envisioning Smith running deep routes, slot crossers, and creating mismatches all over the field. The scouting reports, unstoppable in space, consistent hands, clutch performer, every coach's dream. And what about the money? An insane performance bonus clause in his new contract could see him earning an extra $5 million in incentives if he hits 1,200 yards or scores 10 touchdowns next season. Imagine the pressure and the glory of delivering that. The NFL world is buzzing. Industry insiders are calling it the most significant move of the offseason. Why? Because this isn't just about acquiring a star. It's about reinforcing a vision, making the Falcons a true contender, a team that fears no one. The trade would cost Atlanta a combination of high draft picks and cap space, but the value? Priceless. A weapon who can elevate the entire offense, who can turn a good team into a Super Bowl favorite overnight. This is a move that would send shockwaves through every NFL league office. Rivals are already panicking. Imagine what the secondary, the defenses, the coaches are saying behind closed doors. The next 48 hours, they'll be critical. Because once this deal is done, once the ink dries, the NFL landscape will be forever changed. And let me tell you this, Atlanta's gamble isn't just about adding a player. It's about rewriting history. Devonta Smith isn't just a receiver, he's the future of their franchise. The piece they've been desperately chasing. The X-factor capable of transforming a team with a storied past, but a shaky present into the NFC's most feared contender. You might ask, can they pull it off? Will the Eagles let go of such a talent so easily? That's where the drama intensifies. But for now, keep your eyes glued and your ears open, because what's coming next will blow your mind. The NFL's most guarded secrets are about to be unleashed, and trust me, This story isn't just a rumor, it's a seismic shift. It's the kind of move that legends are made of, that will echo through history, and that will define the 2026 NFL season. And I promise, nothing will be the same after this. The next 48 hours will decide everything. Stay tuned, because this is only the beginning. And remember, in the NFL, history favors the bold. Are the Falcons about to rewrite theirs? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. This is a story you cannot afford to miss.